Hello, I am Salvin Sorji. Today I am talking about ratios. Let's start. Ratios. A ratio is a mathematical comparison of two quantities. It shows how much of one thing there is compared to another. Ratios are used in many aspects of life, from cooking to finance. Ratios as comparison. A ratio compares two quantities by division. It tells us how many times one quantity is larger or smaller than other. For example, a ratio of 3 is to 2 means that the first quantity is 1.5 times larger than the second. There are two types of ratios, part to part and part to whole. First one, part to part, compares parts within a wall. For example, the ratio of red marbles to blue marbles in a bag. Second one, part to wall, compares a part to the entire wall. For example, the ratio of apples to all fruits in a basket. Representing ratios. Ratios can be represented in various ways, including using a colon, a fraction, or a word. Each method emphasizes different aspects of comparison. Next one, simplifying ratios. Ratios can be simplified by dividing both quantities by their greatest common divisor. This helps to express the ratio in its simplest form and makes comparison easier. For example, if the original ratio is 12 is to 18, then the divided greatest common divisor is 6 and the simplified ratio is 2 is to 3. Next is the ratio word problems. Word problems often involves ratios requiring us to translate the given information into mathematical expressions. Solving these problems requires understanding the relationship between quantities involved. Next, the problem. A recipe calls for 2 cups of flour for every 3 cups of sugar. If you want to make a smaller batch with only 1 cup of flour, how much sugar do you need? The solution is the flour to sugar is the ratio 2 is to 3. To maintain the same ratio, you would need 1.5 cups of sugar. Next, the ratios and proportions. Proportions are equations that states that two ratios are equal. They are used to solve problems involving equivalent ratios and to find missing values. First one, equality. A proportion indicates that two ratios are equivalent, like 2 is to 3 is equal to 4 is to 6. Second one, cross multiplication. To solve proportions, you can cross multiply to create a linear equation. Third one, missing value. Proportions can be used to find missing values in a ratio, like finding the missing side length of a similar triangle. Thank you all.